Rest
Early.
and shuck roast. Where are your shoes?
I'm getting on the roof.
Oh.
All right, Mike, what do we got today?
Hey everyone, Mike with Vernon Signature Audio, and today we have a 2023 Chrysler 300, and we're going to be upgrading the audio system in there. Now, the client already had his own sub-amplifier and subwoofer setup, so we're going to be using the Club A600, just that way we can get as close to a Pink Pony Club as we can, but in JBL format. And then we're going to be doing the Club 1200 SSL sub package. Kind of interesting because this one has a passive radiator in there. And if you're not familiar with that, you get a real subwoofer, right? It has all the mechanical components. And then the other one is pretty much just a cone. So used to be really popular in the 90s, at least when I started. And then it kind of went away, and I see a lot of that coming back. And then we're going to be using T-Spec OFC 4-gauge wiring, and that's going to go to our D blocks, one for power, one for ground. The Matchup 8 DSP from Audio-Tech Fisher is going to take care of all the DSP processing, as well as all the power for the speakers. I'm going to couple that with the conductors, so that way you can control not only master volume, but rear attenuation, subwoofer control, everything at the touch-up control knob. And then we're going to be using PAX Ampro AP4 CH41. So this is going to allow us to plug into that unit, not cut anything, and we're also going to be using the TOS run-through pack. So this is going to like a little expansion port almost, but it gives us the capability of fiber optic. Now, that's what this cable's for. So anytime you can run fiber optic, I would do it, because you got to remember, you're traveling at almost the speed of light, right? About 2/3. Since the pulses of light are going through glass, you're going to have some refraction. But yeah, do that. That way the speed of light is going to be better than the speed of smell. So yeah. We'll get all this prepped up, and then we'll get started on the install. So we got the OEM amplifier out of the Chrysler 300. And we are going to be placing the Matchup 8 DSP actually in the factory location. So it is amazing how much technology and power is in this footprint. Alrighty, so what we did is we took our Matchup 8, and after removing the OEM amplifier, we're going right back where that was mounted. We took ABS plastic, and then we heated up some Allen head bolts, pushed them through the plastic so they lock in place, and we have bolted it in the exact same way that the OEM amp was. So now we'll get it all wired in, and it'll be tucked up out of the way. Customer never even know we touched it. Customer bought his own amp and sub package in. As you can see, he's got the little downfire JBL setup, which has his 112-inch subwoofer and a passive radiator. So this guy wanted one thing, and that was to just be loud. So that's why you go with the JBL. And JBL's always been known to make high quality stuff. And with the amplifier, we don't like mounting them on boxes. We don't like mounting them on the back of the seats. So what we did is we actually took his factory subwoofer here. So we took that out, and we just kind of took a quick little mode of it, transferred it, wrapped this piece in carpet so it kind of matches better, and used factory mounting. That was with the enclosure to mount this down. Once we finish tuning everything, we'll put the beauty little rings on and attach the JBL logo. But yeah, nice, solid, secure amp install out of the way. Still be able to get to the spare tire, so yeah. Okay, so what we have here in the center of the console is where we're deciding to mount our conducter. This plugs into the match amp and it will allow full control of subwoofer, master volume, rear attenuation, and whatever other tunes we want to, give the customer. Hardest part of this is usually figuring out where to put it. So in this particular location, what we're going to do, that Leonard feller is going to go ahead and get on the glow forge, and we're going to fabricate a panel that mimics this factory pocket, and then we're going to use acrylic to ring it up. So this little knob will kind of sit right in there, kind of have the same look as the OEM shifter. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And other than that, this is pretty much done. Do you need another channel out? Tweeters are 1, 2, and 3. Well, 1, 2, center channel's 3. The rear door speakers are series at 4. And then you got 5, 6 in the back and 7, 8 over there.
Oh, battery voltage is low.
Shit, crank it, Christian.
We're about to start tuning, setting up the DSP. And then we're going to start tuning. And we're going to use the new 6.2 software, auto-tune this. And it's going to sound amazing.
I'm pretty sure it's just driver's side now. I got everything playing now except for the driver's side.
Is that an earthquake? No. It's
Luscious.
Went ahead and assigned all the channels here, so that way every speaker output is going to knows what speaker we connected it to or what it's hooked up to. Right here is the inputs from the digital in as we are Toslink, and this is telling what channel is going to go to what on the output side right here when we assign it. Now we'll go to outputs, and now we'll just start adjusting the crossover points. It's just lost in the bottom of the console somewhere. I guess.
That or his ex put it in there to track him.
I reckon. So the Audio-Tech Fisher software has automatic time alignment. So we're going to go ahead and run it through that process right now. It's going to make sure that every speaker is arriving at the same time in the driver's seat where we have the microphone. This is the measurement of the energy coming from the speaker. The microphone is picking this up. This is the reference curve that we want the energy to be at. We're going to start the measurement here, and it's going to measure what it's going to need to adjust. And what will happen is once this highlights and it's done measuring, we'll set the equalization, and what it'll do is take all this extra energy out, maybe give you some extra energy here so that it goes right along the curve that we're telling it to go at or be at.
That's how you control them.
So this is where we turn the speakers on and off, and you want to make sure that this red dot is selected with the speaker that we're EQing. So I'll hit the tune EQ. This is the energy that it's taking out and that it's giving additional. And right here is what it's calculating on what bands it needs to adjust.
So you have to be careful because you can select the speaker you want to change while listening to the wrong one. you have that right?
Fucking really pissing me off, man.
Ow.
And what it's going to do is it took out that energy, and now that is the measurement of what the speaker is now doing. So right there, it just took out that energy, and now that is the signal that's arriving at the driver's seat.
Nice.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah. So the Chrysler's done?
The Chrysler's fucking done, eh?